All right, folks, we're going to jump in today and talk about data analytics and its potential across industries. So, data analytics as a phrase can be a bit ambiguous. What we are really talking about encompasses multiple different domains, professions, and technical skill sets in an ever changing marketplace and product suite. At the most fundamental level, becoming effective at using data to solve problems and the critical thinking skills set can have many benefits for academic, professional, and personal careers and lives. One of the fields that applies analytics with precision is computer marketing, consumer marketing. There are so many facets of our daily lives and interactions that can be used to glean valuable insights on our preferences, different market segments, as well as customer satisfaction. Data can also drive risk management, and analytic methodologies are utilized to make decisions across production pipelines, human resource hiring, um, consumer financial product packaging, the price of insurance, to our credit risks, our credit score, and how that is used as a risk factor in pricing other products for us as individuals in the marketplace. So, if we thought of this in relation to different industries, we can also see that there are different applications for analytic methodologies that can provide information to organizations in assisting them in both driving driving understanding of consumer customer needs, or serving, for example, if it's a government entity serving their population, or a healthcare organization, for example. So there's a number of cross-industry applications, and one of the benefits to having an analytics skill set is you can go anywhere effectively and provide critical insights and information. So we can create rich visual demonstrations that allow individuals to dynamically explore scientific and product data and probability in new ways. This is just one example on the Information is Beautiful visualization that explores the Seeger and Drake equations for estimating the likelihood that we are alone in our galaxy or the massive expanse of this universe. And so one thing that is really great about this is I can come in here and I can look at all the different likelihoods and scenarios that we are alone, either in our galactic neighborhood or our universe, based on the Seeger calculations, which is an update of the Drake equation. And it's possible because we have the ability to observe at a much different capacity than we did in the 1960s, when Drake developed his equation to determine if we were alone in the universe or not. So when we're thinking about the data analytics toolbox or toolkit, quote unquote, there's many popular tools and techniques out there. Some of them that we will cover in this course are listed here. There's a number of different programming languages and platforms and tools that we will dabble in. There are many others, and so you will find your own preferences for different platforms and UIs and things of that nature as you go and you develop your exposure to these different systems. Building a diverse and data-driven climate that increases collaboration and innovative problem solving also increases the capacity of teams in a diversity of contexts. And so there's nothing bad that can come from building a data-driven culture. And being able to communicate effectively as to why decisions are being made based on the information available to folks on hand. We also do need to consider ethics in how data is collected, stored, and disposed of. This actually encompasses an entire field, multiple fields actually, of data governance, privacy law, trust and safety. So a sound data policy and strategy must account for how data is being used and the way in which that can impact individuals and communities. There are ways where data can have real world harms. For example, when we consider data breaches, which can be intentional or not. They can be the result of a hack, or they could have been the result of a vulnerability in a program or a browser or an application that simply exposed sensitive data. The reality exists that bits of information exist online, some of them more sensitive than others, about individuals that are within a population, either that used, for example, LinkedIn, or for anyone who had a cell phone from an Indonesian SIM card. So there's, also if we look here, there's some databases developed by, government entities about citizens. So there's a number of ways in which our data and information can be used and does exist online. And so it's just to be mindful of as you're developing data and using data and creating information about others, to know that there are some real impacts if this information is exposed in the world. So the future is often fluid, and there is, of course, this rise in intelligent systems and algorithmic decision making, but that will still not completely supersede the need for deep thinking and critical analytic skills that the data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, machine learning scientist employ. And so the ability to leverage data within and across different platforms is a critical skill, and I look forward to teaching you that over the coming semester.